Modal verbs help us talk about ability, possibility, permission, necessity, and advice in a simple way.
In this lesson, we will learn about modal verbs and how to use them correctly. I've created a simple free guide for this lesson that you can get through the link in the video's description.
The first modal verb is can. We use can to talk about ability. When someone is able to do something, we use can.
For example, she can swim. This means she knows how to swim.
We also use can for possibility. This place can get very busy on weekends. This means it is possible for the place to be busy.
We also use can to give permission. You can leave early today. This means it is allowed.
The next modal verb is could. Could is the past form of can.
We use could to talk about past ability. When I was a child, I could run very fast. This means I was able to run fast in the past. We also use could to make polite requests.
Could you help me with this? This is more polite than using can. Could also shows possibility, especially when we are unsure.
It could rain later. This means it is possible, but we are not certain.
May is another modal verb. We use may to give permission in a polite way. You may go now.
This means you are allowed to go. We also use may to show possibility. It may snow tomorrow. This means there is a chance of snow.
Might is similar to may, but it is less certain. He might be at home. This means it is possible, but we are not sure.
We also use might to talk about a small possibility. I might go to the party. This means I am not sure if I will go.
If you're an intermediate level English learner trying to get to that advanced level of fluency and you've tried in the past and failed, check the link in the description for the B2C Nation. You'll get the chance to speak with real people, actual people, live conversation practice, live lessons, and a community to speak with and grow with other English learners.
To help you become more fluent in English.
Check the link in the description. We hope to see you there. Shall is used in formal English. We use shall to make suggestions. Shall we go for a walk? This means I am suggesting a walk.
We also use shall to talk about future plans in very formal situations. I shall return. This is not common in everyday speech, but it is used in formal writing.
Should is used for advice. You should eat more vegetables. This means eating vegetables is a good idea.
We also use should for expectations. He should be here by now. This means we expect him to be here.
Will is used to talk about the future. I will call you tomorrow. This means I plan to call you in the future.
Will is also used for certainty. She will be happy to see you. This means I am sure she will be happy.
Would is the past form of will. We use would for hypothetical situations. I would travel the world if I had more money. This means I do not have money, but I imagine traveling.
Would is also used for polite requests. Would you like some coffee? This is a polite way to offer coffee.
Must is used for necessity. You must wear a seatbelt. This means wearing a seatbelt is required.
We also use must for strong recommendations. You must try this cake. This means I strongly suggest trying the cake.
Must can also show certainty. He must be at work now. This means I am sure he is at work.
Ought to is a semi-modal verb. We use ought to for advice. You ought to apologize. This means apologizing is the right thing to do. Ought to is similar to should but is less common.
Need to is used to show necessity. You need to finish your homework. This means finishing your homework is important. It is similar to must, but slightly weaker.
Dare is a semi-modal verb that is not used often. It means to have the courage to do something. He dare not tell the truth. This means he is afraid to tell the truth. Dare is more common in negative sentences.
Used to is a semi-modal verb that talks about past habits. She used to live here. This means she lived here in the past, but not anymore.
These modal verbs are important for expressing different meanings in English. Practicing them will help you speak more naturally.
Try making your own sentences with these verbs. The more you use them, the easier they will become.
Keep practicing, and your English will improve.